that is the top four. And when I see Joseph here, I was like, dude, if they knew you were coming, and now they know that he's coming. So I think it's going to be even better for him this week. I believe that Samson is going to nail the condition this time.
I hope so.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not 100%, but he's going to be 5% better than he was ever. That Tampa Pro this past weekend. Did you watch it, Jose?
I did. I loved it.
You watched
I
the live
wasn't
stream?
there, but I probably think exactly what you guys think.
No. Let us hear from you first. What did you
Well,
say?
I think I knew Jordan when we had done our prediction a few weeks ago. The full list wasn't in yet, and Jordan wasn't on the list.
Yeah.
So I had predicted John, and clearly I was wrong there. But I had been getting pictures from Chris of Jordan, and I was blown away by Jordan for weeks leading up to the show. And then once I found out he was doing it, I was like, he's going to be really tough to beat. And then on top of that, what a wonderful surprise it was that Quinton came in looking the way he did. That was just amazing. As much as Jordan was, the star of the show, I was more excited to see that Quinton showed up looking like that, because I expected Jordan to look great, but I had picked Quinton to be third or fourth, and man, was he close. He was a hair away from winning that show.
At pre, I agree with you. I thought that Quinton, did enough. I thought he could either go either way.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I said I would have Quinton in prejudging. But at the finals, it was Jordan for me.
Yeah.
And it showed the same. It showed on the scorecards that it was 1 point decision between Jordan and Quinton for prejudging, but it was clear all first place for Jordan at finals. So I just think that as good Quinton is, his shape is unmatched.
Beautiful.
But I want to see something here. I need to see something happening.
When he was hitting his front lat spread, most people ripple their pecs up like this. He was like over like that, and there was nothing happening.
Milos, you remember me saying that? I wish he wouldn't roll
Yeah.
Yeah, it would change the whole pose.
If you have a flat chest, you should never focus on your shoulders in the lat spread, always on the chest,
Right.
And I think he just was flat. He was really flat in the chest. And I didn't see much he's got beautiful structure. Don't get me wrong. Everything looks great.
Yeah.
I was just missing that hardness. I mean, he was good.
Yeah.
But to Jordan, you could see he got a little exposed condition, And
I would like to see Quinton actually do that, hit his pecs, because it may not have been flat. He might not have just been squeezing it.
yeah.
Same thing with the back. When he pulled back to do a Christmas tree, there was nothing there. His back was just soft. It was big and shapely, but it was soft. And the minute he has detail in those muscles, he's going to be a nightmare, because nobody's got that size, width, pretty taper. He's going to be something else.
Yeah. Does he need more weight?
Probably. Probably needs a little fill out his back and upper pecs a little. The shoulders are great. The arms are great. The quads are great. He can be a little bigger from behind, hamstrings.
So Jose and Milos, this is for you too. So now you saw what happened this past weekend, right? Now they both going to Texas. If you were the coach of Quinton, what would be your game plan to come to Texas and be better than Tampa?
Well, he's self-coached.
Yeah. But
I
if you coach him, then it's ask what would be your suggestion and mine. Go ahead.
What would you do in the week from Tampa to Texas?
I would try to get 2% tighter, not 10%, 2%. Just drop a little more so the glutes are a little tighter. There's a little less body fat, not to the point where he just flattens out and it looks horrible. Because supposedly that's been the problem in the past, is they're pushing him too hard. He's a young kid. That muscle's all new. And if you push too hard, it disappears. But if he's 1 or 2% drier and fixes a few of those, what I think are posing issues, I think he could win the show.
Yeah.
You know,
Milos, would you
Yeah.
insulin the shit out of him this week?
What?
Would you insulin the shit out of him this week?
No, 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 no. I wouldn't. I mean, listen, I love his structure. It's one of the best structures, period. I
Yeah.
mean, standing front relaxed, front of a biceps, it's a state of art. This is like,
Yeah.
holy hell. As Dennis, you and I were criticizing him, I said that even before the show, he doesn't have that thick, full chest like your most muscular Monday shots. Hey, Jose, check every Monday when Dennis puts one of those freaky most muscular.
I love it.
Holy hell. And I always said that, and I'm going to tell you, it's nothing on a picture what was in front of my eyes, like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So, Quinton needs chest and back to be top tier, like Jose is saying. If he gets a little bit more density on the back and a thickness, and as you say, Christmas tree and fibers are going, and back door biceps is all detail, and like Samson widen up in the last 2 years. Samson's back door biceps is fucking unbelievable now, right? And it used to be a weakness. So Quinton can do that, and a chest. Now, he did side chest as opposed correctly to hide his weakness, and actually side chest looked pretty good, even though not having a thick chest. That was positioning. But I agree with you. Front lat spread, he did this service, for putting it down and flattening out. There was nothing. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a fibers like Derek Lansford doesn't have a chest fibers, delt fibers, right? There's something about new physiques that they just don't have that. But when you look at him, he was in condition. He was actually, even in my opinion, a little drier as a just dryness, but not as lean as Jordan. So, probably at the final show, they tried to get him even a little bit drier, but it's not water that he needed to lose. He was flattish at the finals. And Jordan exposed him because he has that monster chest, monster legs. But when you look at uh, Quinton, right? Crazy calves, which I don't know how he has these crazy
Huge.
calves. It's ridiculous, and great quads. But when you really analyze it, it's not so much volume there. You want more thickness on the quads, right? But then again, when I look and compare, all the separation is there and it looks great. So you can criticize him on the quads. You can from the back. From the back, he doesn't have that sweep of the quads. So somebody like Samson and monster quads, Jordan was beating him on the legs big time. That was like one determining factor, especially on the back poses. Lower body was slam dunk Jordan, right?
Yeah.
Jordan still needs to improve upper body back to be a top tier, but what a beautiful physique. So what would I do for Quinton? Like Jose said, you can't add the size. If you add the fullness but sacrifice the size, you're not going to get as much muscle here, and the back is not going to widen. And then you have a guy third, Joe Palacios, that is super dangerous. So if
Hold on, let's stay to Quinton. Let's stay to
Quinton,
Quinton
yeah.
first.
So yeah, Quinton is running, for Olympia qualification in Texas, yes, but he would need to be a little drier and then maybe adjust some poses. He does all the frontal poses beautiful except frontal spread. And
Okay, so now
hmm,
we know what we want to see, but what
hmm,
would you do in order to get him a little bit drier?
leaner,
And
leaner. I would fucking, I hope today is Tuesday, right? So I hope he's depleting, doing cardio, getting leaner, and then
here's my concern. And I think because he's such a tall guy,
hmm,
I think that his best look, not condition, but his best look was probably 15 pounds ago, where his body is complete with quad sweep, with the chest fullness. I think 15 pounds ago, he would have been exactly where he needs to be size wise. So, for him, in order to get lean, which is probably the hardest thing for him to get really peeled. He loses some of this chest goes flat, the quad sweep goes a little bit, more narrow, so it's a little bit more straight. I just think that this is for his height, for him to trying to drop weight to get even drier, is going to hurt him at the end. This is what I think. And I remember, and that was what we always did after the show. I stayed clean, but I upped the calories. I got fuller and harder. And this works for about a week to 10 days, and then you're going to spill. And I personally think in his case, to be this tall, if he would fill out and dry out at the same time, if that's possible for him, I think he would come in looking 10 pounds bigger and probably better than he did last week in Tampa. That's what I'm thinking. But I don't know if I'm right or not. I mean,
you have a point. Okay.
Yeah.
You have a point. He doesn't have that strided look. So if he's just exploding full and he gets that volume here, maybe it's going to look so much better on 6'1", 6'2", how tall he is, right? He could be. Listen, when he's next to me, he's just a giant. I was like, holy hell. But then when we saw him on the stage last year, he looked tiny, right?
Yeah.
In a
That's
sense.
what he tried to come in too peeled.
Yeah. And then this, I sent you on the Instagram, this comparison last year, this year. I don't even know if this is photoshopped because they look like 40 pounds heavier on 2025. He just needed that little bit more. They put the comparison of him and Andrew Jack. I don't know if you've seen this on Instagram. You're just looking at the shape, frontal biceps. Like he's giving Andrew Jack run for his money, and Andrew Jack frontal biceps is one of the best, if not the best in the world, right? So that's how good Quinton is. But it's tricky. Tyler was there, right? And Tyler probably goes to Texas. He's always so when the same judge, I don't know what he told him, get fuller or just tighten up even more. Jose,
What do you think
conditioning
happened
wise,
from prejudging to finals? What happened?
I think that he tried to tighten up, maybe dry out a little bit more to be crazy, shredded, and
And
then
flatten
he
out.
flattened out, yeah, a little bit.
His cortisol might have gotten to him too, because I had seen some videos floating around of him being very emotional, and that was after prejudging, and
Oh,
he was in tears. I don't
maybe
know
he
if
was
you saw
happy.
that.
Yeah, maybe he was happy
Yeah,
that
yeah,
in the
but
run.
even happy or sad or nervous or whatever it was could have gotten to him because supposedly he spilled a little bit during finals.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, this is a situation where I mean, especially if you do it yourself, this is where you look in the mirror and you talk to yourself and you don't know what the hell to do.
Yeah, I think
You
he
know?
did a great job. He's a young kid. Give him another year or two.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
unfortunate because it just takes time. You look at that physique and you know it's going to take a little bit of time, but when it happens, it's going to blow people away.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
not going to be something he can do between last week and this week.
Yeah. But he changed a lot from last year. I mean, he's definitely on his way. On
Yeah.
his way. Like you said, another year or two of marinating, I'll call it, and then he will be a danger. Even if he wins Texas now, if they give it to him, I still think that for the Olympia, he still needs more size to be competitive with these guys.
Yeah.
He's going to be standing next to guys that are also his height, and they will probably look like they got 40, 50 pounds on them. Even if they
Well,
don't.
they're 10 years older than him, both
Right.
Andrew and Samson.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
he needs some time.
For me, the surprise of the show was a person I never even heard of before.
Which
I
one?
told you, I
Joseph.
called it. I called it.
You did. Yeah, you knew
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
I had no idea who this guy was. From the back, this dude was the best even next to Jordan. I think he beat Jordan in the back double
Yeah,
biceps.
for sure. Yeah.
This dude was a monster.
Palacios.
And is he going to Texas too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on the
I
list.
think he will be. I think he will get him. Even though he got third, I think in the beginning they didn't look at him the way they did it at the finals. I think they realized at finals, like, wait a minute, we got something here. I
Yeah.
think for Texas, his name is in the hat for sure.
I think at first glance, when he first came out, he has a bit of a wide waist and his legs aren't enormous. So they kind of threw him off. And then he like
Hmm.
started posing and the comparisons. and you were like, "Wow, we need to see this guy," and he
Right.
worked his way all the way up to third, and that's a
Yeah.
bodybuilder. He's a fighter.
Yeah.
He's going to
Yeah.
be super dangerous, as you call it, Dennis. Now they
Yeah.
saw him, they realize how good he is, and he
Yeah.
gets even a little bit more peeled, maybe a
And
little
let
bit
this
closer
waist tighten up
adjustments.
a little more another week.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was
Stop
third place.
posing.
It's going to help him because this is the top three. They coming, all three coming back, and that's going to be another battle. You
He'll get a
know.
look for sure.
John Jewett. I mean, I was impressed with John when he stepped on the stage. I mean, he is bigger than normally. John is very methodical. He was 212, and like every show he gains, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 pounds, and brings that same crazy condition. And Dennis, when we were watching, I think that was John Jewett's great condition. Everything was good, right? And
Mm.
he was third initially, but then they saw Joe Palacios and they put him on his place. And then from that point on, you could see that he's not uh, that competitive, with the first and second. And then they gave him a comparison with the third. But I
Mm.
think that Joe Palacios is going to definitely be compared with Jordan and Quinton.
Oh, that's a must.
That's a must. Yeah, I
A
think so
must.
too.
He fit
Um,
in there better because he's a bigger guy. You know, where John Jewett and John De La Rosa were smaller guys. You know, like Justin Shire, similar stature. Where Joe's tall, big, wide, huge. He's not tall, but he's taller than those guys.
Yeah.
if Carter, if you get the minute, go to YouTube and go click on Nick Strengths and Powers 2025 Tampa Pro final results and recap. And then there's a comparison in the beginning. Let's get that on the screen because that way
All
we
right.
have the top four and then we can go through that and just look at them.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Weider, Olympia Finals, start now!
Okay, so now blow that. Yeah, let's look at that real quick. And now that is the top four. And when I see Joseph here, I was like, dude, if they knew you were coming, and now they know that he's
Yeah,
coming. So I think it's going to be even better for him this week.
yeah, he's a big dude.
That's a big dude.
Arms,
Can you
lats.
stop every pose or no?
Let's get to hold on
Yeah.
and stop it right.
Boom.
All
Yeah.
right.
All right.
So now look at this. You see what I see with Quinton? That's just all the other three all have full chests.
Yep.
That's gonna hurt him. That's gonna hurt him. He needs to try to lift his chest up and don't worry about his shoulders too much.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shoulders are great anyway. Yeah. I would do the Lee Haney chest up, like touch your chin with your chest,
Mm,
expand as much as you can. Look at Jordan is almost touching his chest with the beard.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
You can see
And
condition
Joe
wise that,
too.
yeah.
Jordan, you can see condition wise that Jordan and both and Joseph, they both had super thin skin. You can see it just in a front lat spread. You can see
Yeah.
and even John Jewett more in the legs than in the upper body.
Yeah.
So
Now,
let's go to the back double if we can.
hey, do the side chest too. Side chest is important. Okay, that's the next one. Okay.
And stop.
Okay, go from left to right. Jose, what do you see on Joe Palacios?
Joe, good separation, glute ham, massive pecs,
Massive.
massive, big
Yeah.
rib cage. That's very impressive. And what I do see here, and this is why I thought it was posing, is that Quinton does have striations in his pec
Yeah.
when he's flexing it, but he hasn't flexed it in that front lat spread. Now, obviously, Jordan's
Even
side leg
in
is,
the most, even in the most muscular, you can't see it.
but
Yeah.
we can see it here.
Yeah, for sure. It's actually quite surprising. I didn't notice until now.
You know, but you also know, you both know that when it comes to chest striations, they always start in this from the middle.
Yeah,
So on the sides, you can see the beginning of the striations first, and that's what we see in here.
yeah,
That doesn't mean it's going to look the same from the front unless they go all the way through.
right.
Yeah. But what I would say to Quinton, right?
But he looks great in that pose. I mean,
Yeah,
I
you
like
see,
the way he
Very
his
good.
hamstrings,
he
glutes.
creates illusion with this. Yeah, position
Yeah.
is perfect. So, but for Quinton, he should go in front of a mirror and just do the waves with the chest striations. Practice, practice, practice. So he knows every time when he hits the fiber. And then when he's posing, he doesn't have that same baby feeling. Oh, I'm not contracting. You know, he needs any little detail on the pack would be huge for a judging.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jordan and John Jewett, I mean, they look powerful, thick, you
yeah.
know, hamstring hanging, like everything. Yeah. Well, who would you give this pose, Jose?
Give this pose to Jordan and Joseph. Wow, I can't
Yes.
say that because Quinton looks great in that shot.
Yeah.
If I have to choose one right now, listen, when it comes to executing the pose the best, who does execute the pose the best? I think that's
I think
Joseph.
Joe.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Joseph
Yeah.
execute perfect with the way he has his chest, everything, the way he stands. I
Yeah.
think that's the perfect side chest. The way
Jordan's
Jordan is
just
hitting
more
it,
polished.
yeah, Jordan is focusing more on bringing every. It's almost like a most muscular from the side. He's
Yeah.
more, and he's got the better hamstring drop. Well, maybe more detail in the hamstrings,
Yeah.
but Quinton, you can tell he's trying to stay big,
Yeah,
which
but
he's doing a good job in that.
Yeah.
you see,
Let's
Jordan
get to the
has
back
a
double.
look at the hole between his left arm and stomach. You have to close that hole, right?
Who,
And
Yeah.
that's
who,
going
who,
to
who,
create more thickness.
who, Jordan?
Jordan, yeah. You see that hole
Yeah.
between the left arm and yeah, I always close that hole. You
All
know.
right, let's go. Let's keep going to the back double, and we got to hit that back double right because I want everybody to be in the shot. All right, I'll give you the command. Wait, and hit it.
Now.
There you go. Now look at Joseph.
Yeah, he won that shot for sure. Slightly edging out Jordan.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's just so wide through the clavicles, the lats, a
And the
lot of
lower lat
detail.
thickness in the lower lats is there, which none of the guys really have like him.
It's quite scary. Look at that.
I actually didn't see this.
No, I saw
No.
that and I was like, who is that guy?
Yeah.
I have never even heard of him.
We heard of him a few weeks ago. Someone was raving about him.
Yeah.
Did he win the USA's last year?
I don't
I
remember.
think he did. Isn't that the guy who won the USA's?
No,
I
no,
think
not
so.
this year. No, not this year. There was,
Not
No,
this
last
year.
year, last year.
Last year. Everyone was saying it was his debut, but apparently he had done a show last year.
oh, really?
The guy is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He has some weaknesses in his when it comes to shape, but he can work on that. Listen, we got top three Olympians that have weaknesses when it comes to shape. So this dude has what everybody is asking for, and that's brainy, hard, rugged muscle. You know, when you turn around, everything from the fucking foot to the damn hands, everything is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jose made a good point. Like, I think that Joe still needs a bigger quads. especially for his waist.
Structure.
But from the rear view, like here,
From the
those
back,
legs
I don't
look
see that.
crazy.
From the front, yes.
Yeah, from the front, yeah, you can see it here. Legs look humongous. Yeah. So here is where Quinton's legs don't look big enough, right?
Mm.
Here is when his height goes against him, but beautiful structure. And he improved back double biceps big time. I mean, I
Yeah.
was kind of saying, okay, he's not showing the back. He has to be a reason, but he was hiding it, I guess, to surprise everybody. This is coming into, uh, I could see within a year he's going to be like Samson. He can improve that back double and look crazy.
Yeah.
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 I think
Let's go
it's
to that.
a
So
really good shape.
who wins this? Rate this pose from 4 to 1. First place to fourth place. I'm sorry.
I go Joe Palacios, second Jordan. Uh, I would go third Beauty. I would still give it to Quinton over, um, yeah, John Jewett. I would. I'm still leaning towards the aesthetics and shape than just muscle. It's still, bodybuilding is not muscle building. So when you have enough shape, structure, beauty, and good condition, I would lean towards that. Yeah.
Hmm. Now
I agree.
keep in mind that John and Joseph are both standing on the outside, so they're a little further away from the camera. Can you imagine if they would be in the center, how big he would look?
I'd like to
Right.
see it.
Let's go to the next pose. Lat spread.
Okay. The Jordan looks great.
And stop.
Wow.
Yeah. See, those are the things you don't see when you watch the live stream. You can't stop and say, okay, let me look real quick, because most of the time you focus on one or two people and then you don't get a chance to see the other ones. I mean,
So here I'm going to say everything I said about shape and aesthetics, and I would go with the Quinton in the back double biceps pose. I cannot in this pose. It's not enough muscle. It's not enough width. So of course Jordan and uh, I mean Joe wins the shot. Jordan would be second if I'm a judge here, even though it's quite close. Lower body is very comparable. Look, calves, hamstring, glutes, tie-ins. I mean, it's quite comparable. And Joe has a more meat and a width to the lats. So, do you agree or no?
I agree.
Muscularity wise, I agree, but Jordan's waist looks tiny there. It gives it a totally different look because he does have a great back lat spread.
Yeah, even though you can't really see a wide waist on this pose, I guess. Maybe if you dissect it on a Joe, because
Yeah, Joe's massive. I mean, that's
it looks
crazy impressive.
lower lats are hanging down all the way. I think he's leaning a little bit too much back. He's too,
Yeah,
too angled.
maybe if Carter plays it now, maybe he stands up a little bit more. No, I guess not. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see the next pose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This-
that shows, it just shows you again that if you have the height and you have the muscle, you can always stand out. And Quinton stands out here with that pose. But so does Jordan. I like Jordan too in the side because his serratus and his abs is tight.
Yeah. I mean, Joe maybe is turning a little bit too much. A little bit too
I
much.
mean, he's on the outside, so I mean,
But hey, look at the Quinton's pecs here. They don't look so flat.
That's what I was gonna say. I think he's got more muscle there than he's posing.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe he's forcing his shoulders out and then drives the pecs in. He should just expand the goddamn chest because shoulders are going nowhere. That's what I'm saying to the people. Try to hide your shoulders, you can't.
yeah.
How are you going to hide them? Or arms? You
Hmm.
don't pay too much attention to those two. But chest here, Quinton actually, okay, here's his
He looks
time.
good. He
Maybe
looks
Dennis,
good.
maybe you're right if he like loads up a little bit, fullness.
Yeah. I'm not talking about 15, 20 pounds. I'm talking about 5, 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Just get that glycogen storage before you start spilling. Take that to the show and let's see what happens.
Wait,
Let's
wait.
talk about another guy we had in our top 5 or top 6, Emir. Oh, Emir. How do I say
Yeah.
it?
Emir Omeragic.
Emir. Okay.
Omeragic.
Well,
Come on, Emir. It's
as
very
much as I like Emir, Emir needs to be super shredded. And if it's
He
not,
was. He was. He was absolutely peeled, but he poses weird with his legs bent in the front pose, makes his legs look thin. It
I
just
don't
makes
think
it
he
look
was
really
anywhere.
weird.
I got to disagree with you, Jose. I don't think he was anywhere near his normal trademark condition.
okay, Jose. So not peeled in comparison to others, peeled to comparison to his previous best. That's what Dennis is referring to. Because there was
Normally, I
Yeah.
tell you, this is no bullshit. Normally, he would literally be able to easily stand next to Jordan and Joseph in the back double.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to
Did
condition, oh yeah. I mean, like he would be Milos. How would you describe him?
Well, I agree with you, but I highly value Jose's opinion, so that's why I'm
Yeah,
over here.
but you
And
have to see him. You have to see him when he's not that peeled because his
Yeah.
lines are not that
if this
dramatic.
is the first time you see Emir, you're going to say, yeah, good condition. But because we saw him 10 times so far, this is one of the worst conditions. I think New York last year, he was.
He made a statement. He made a statement saying we fucked it up this time.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But I just translated it to we fucked it up this time. We messed it up this time. So
Yeah.
that the judges told him, I think Tyler told him, you need to bring your condition back.
Yeah. Okay.
Told him that wasn't you. And
He's
when he's
bending.
not that conditioned, his shape is not that beautiful. He doesn't have a shot next to these guys. Shape wise. He needs to be super peeled in order to be competitive.
Because when he's super peeled, his abs is tight and stomach is flat. If it was anything like this, you could catch him many times losing it. And he doesn't have a full thick chest. So when you don't have a full thick chest and you have a stomach a little out, as soon as you move around and you change it to the side, it's visible. Then legs, we always criticize him, and I said it, and I'm going to say it again. You don't supposed to ride a horse or a bull, because this looks like more like a bull, not the teeny tiny pony, right? It's like, I wish at least that they bring back that feet together, for the love of God, because this is going ridiculous. I catch even the guys with the good legs, standing like this, feet apart.
To create more size, which
Yeah.
they actually don't. They make
And
it
then you
worse.
have to bend the knees a little bit, and externally rotate to gain some inches. But it looks ridiculous on him. I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I think he's one of the rare cases where his glutes get leaner than the rest of his body first. And then they get confused by look how peeled his glutes are. He must be in shape. All right, he's 272. He's bigger than he's ever been. Let's stay right here. And maybe they got bamboozled by his best body part, which is crazy striated glutes.
But I tell you this, by the picture that he sent me, he didn't look like the picture on stage. I can tell you that.
He took send you the one from MI40
No,
posting on the turf.
No, you remember the one when I said he just sent me a picture and when I put him in third place?
The side chest pose, right?
Yes.
Side chest, you can't really see.
No. I know, but I judged him on the side of the leg. I judged him by on the lines going down his
Yes.
leg on the side.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
see
saw
that
that
on
too.
stage. I didn't see that on stage. That's why I think that whatever happened, something went south. I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
Happens all the time to the best of them.
I'll send you the rear lat spread. It was brutal. It was great.
Yeah.
It was the day before the show.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
So what do you
Chris
think? So what do you
Aceto
think?
What's that?
did Chris Aceto send you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Okay.
used to help Emir FaceTime posing.
Good.
Yeah.
So you're guilty for his bull riding.
No. No, I used to tell him not to do that. I'm like, we got to bring your legs closer. It's not that his feet are too far apart. He's bending his knees too much.
Pretty much, yeah. Like he's
Here's what I'm going to
almost stopped
translate.
sweating.
I'm going to translate what Amy has said. We completely fucked up.
Oh,
That's translated. He said, Tyler Mannion talked to me. He approached me and said, "Hey, Emir, I want to see you peeled. This is not you. You do have a nice line, but you must be super peeled." That's exactly the statement he made.
That
Yeah.
makes sense
yeah, yeah.
because it wasn't what they're used to seeing from him.
But Chris
And-
would know that. Chris knows. I mean, he
Yeah.
works with him for years. Chris,
Yeah.
but then again, he said the day before everything was there. Maybe something went wrong in the last 15
And-
hours.
Unfortunately, Chris wasn't in Tampa. He was up in
Mm.
Toronto with his son, who turned pro.
Which
Right.
is unbelievable. Let's touch that subject.
Amazing.
Later, yeah. He's just turned pro. Let him do a pro show. So we
Yeah.
bring him on.
Yeah.
But he did a natural contest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, if Carter can put up the Texas Pro lineup, because Amy is doing that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, 26 competitors. Hey, listen, there is more open competitors than men's physique. I
That's
can't
good
believe
news.
my eyes.
Down a little more so we can see all the names. Okay, so I just had before we came on, I just had Carrot on the phone, and I was hoping that I can bring him on. And he said he got to do his workout real quick, so he's trying. There's a good chance that he will still hop on before we finish today.
Did he send you
Carrot
pictures?
Bazo. I saw the
Carrot.
picture.
Yeah.
Carrot, the 212 guy doing his
Yeah,
first
I
open
I
show.
didn't know he was doing the open.
So he said he already qualified in Japan last year for 212 Olympias. So he took care of that, and he was planning this for a long time to make open debut. So
Huh.
and let me tell you, I mean, just like Jose was doing few opens when he was still 212, and placing well, giving I mean, condition that Carrot is having on those pictures that he sent me. I sent you, Dennis. I'm sure you saw it. That most muscular shot is scary. Abs, excellent legs separated. I mean, he doesn't have a best back double bicep, and he's a smaller guy, but maybe he's going to create illusion. I see him battling. What do you
I
think?
mean, it's definitely a great addition to the lineup. I mean, that's for sure. But I think we will probably see pretty much the same top three as this past weekend. That's just my opinion right now. But if Carrot and who else? Can Justin bounce back from that?
To Justin Shire?
Yeah.
I don't see how he can, because you can't put the 20 pounds between two shows. For me, okay, before I ask Jose, Dennis, you and I kind of touched the subject. He didn't look any bigger than he ever was, I don't think.
Mm.
So I was hoping with all this layoff, I don't know how long, more than a year, that he's going to pack on some, serious size on that beautiful frame, small waist, wide shoulders, great arms. And then when he fill up the rest, it's going to be like, holy hell. But he wasn't in bad condition. I mean, it was not stellar condition. But to put him all the way down to 13th, I do have a feeling, Dennis, I don't know if you saw it, his quad, had abscess, left quad. And maybe
Funny is, you know what's funny though about this?
Huh?
You sent me a picture where it definitely looks like it, but when you look at all the other pictures, you can never see it.
I catch it right away. That's why I even it's like,
You caught it while during the live stream?
yeah. I mean, when he was turning around, when he did this his free posing routine.
Yeah, but you don't think that he would have used that as an excuse if that would have been the case?
I don't know if he
We
did.
haven't spoken to him, have we?
No,
But I saw him. He wrote a statement. He wrote a statement where he apologized and basically, said he never once mentioned anything in his quad.
Well, yeah.
And then I looked at pictures and I paid attention. I didn't see another picture where you could see anything.
I just think his condition wasn't peaked properly. From behind in particular, there
Yeah,
wasn't a
but-
whole lot of detail.
Yeah, but
From
if
behind.
if he really had that abscess and he was probably on antibiotics, that explains why,
Right.
you know? So that would make all the sense in the world. And I, as a competitor, I would probably say it after. I said, listen, man, I thought I was gonna win, but I got 13th. I said, I got some explanation to do. I mean, I got some explaining to do. So I would tell people, I said, listen, this is how fucked up. I didn't want to say nothing because I was hoping nobody's gonna pay attention, but it did. If that's the case, we don't know for sure.
Yeah, I never
I
heard.
do think he put on a little bit of muscle. I thought he looked good from what I did see. His
Mhm.
pecs, shoulders, and arms looked full. He just didn't look to me like he was super dry, detailed. So, Milos, if he did have an abscess, that could explain a lot.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I can send you that picture. I actually screenshotted.
But did you text him and confirm with him that that's
No, I
what?
didn't. I mean, you don't want to text somebody that supposed to win and place 13th,
No, no,
so
no. Afterwards,
no, especially afterwards.
but
when he
I,
plays
I, I
13th.
would have probably texted him before I would have mentioned it.
No,
Just
but he knows for sure. Maybe he wants to hide it, you know.
Yeah.
Now,
well, if he was
this is what
hiding
I'm
it, then
talking about.
if he was hiding it, then thanks to Milos, it's out now.
Yeah, but listen, if that happens, and we all dealt with that. I mean, before my 92 Ironman, I had an abscess in my ass that you could see from the standing in the front, you could see it sticking out to the side. Like, what the fuck do I do, right?
Uh,
So I had to like drain it and I put the salt and shit like this, and I was just hoping it's not gonna be too visible, and it kind of didn't. But I was also on antibiotics and all
Thank
this kind of
God,
stuff.
thank God you always wore the big posing trunks. So you did,
Yeah, because I never wanted to show my ass because there was not the single striations anywhere, So what's the point?
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So
but
let's okay. Can we agree with the top three probably is going to stay in whatever particular order they're going to stay the same?
yes, with
yes.
John Jewett still being a factor. I
Okay. So
think
other than John Jewett, who else in this lineup? Who
I
else
think
do you see who has a shot at let's say just into the top five or top six?
I mean Bruno was great. I like Bruno. I think his condition improved, and if he improved for another week, he can be a factor.
You
You
know
know,
who I liked, who I really liked too? That Chinese guy.
Chinese guy. Oh,
Ping.
Yung Long Pin. Yeah.
I ate dinner with him the other night.
Oh yeah?
Super nice guy. He don't speak a word of English.
Oh
He
no.
he was 212 2 years ago, and he weighs 230 now.
Oh
He should
really?
probably weigh closer to 220, 222, and he'd be a little drier, a little tighter.
So he said he's 230 now?
Yeah.
He doesn't look 230.
Yeah.
Oh,
Got huge legs.
Or
I sent you that picture on Instagram.
maybe because he's short.
Yeah, he's about 5'8", 5'7" and
Oh,
a
so he's
half.
not even short.
No, he's not 212 short.
Okay, that makes sense that he might be 230.
Okay.
He doesn't look 230.
He
But
does
nice lines. I mean, beautiful muscle bellies. I mean,
Yeah.
everything about him. Quads is ridiculous.
ridiculous.
If
Chest,
he could
shoulders, arms.
dry out a little bit, I could see
Where
that shape is really good. I mean, I know the
did he
back
play?
is a weakness,
Mhm.
but maybe he could confuse the judges with outstanding condition in a small waist with those massive legs.
Hmm.
Is this what you told him to do?
What's that?
Is this what you told him to do for Texas? To
I
just
did,
spread?
but his trainer and translator was with us, and I he was eating like ribeye. I was like,
Yeah, he was eating pizza backstage too.
yeah, yeah. So I don't have much faith that he's going to be, much better. But who knows? That was Sunday night when we were eating ribeye, and maybe he went to work Monday morning.
So from let's call out these names. It's Beef Stew, Stuart Sutherland. We
Yeah.
have Joseph. Oh no, Joseph is already for us in the top three. Emir, Bruno, Patrick Moore, John Jewett, and Carrot Bajo, who's most likely going to fill out the last 3 spots in the top 6?
John Jewett.
Yeah.
I think the one that could improve the most could be Stewart,
Mm-hmm.
because he's big dude. He's done well. He works hard. I was a little surprised that he wasn't as good as I expected. And I think he could, with another week, he could improve significantly.
You
Right.
saw his pictures at 10 o'clock in the morning, Saturday.
Yes.
It's like, how can that happen?
Yeah.
Yes,
Connor, we put on the list. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
yeah.
He was another one who made a statement like, oh, we made a mistake, and he was
Ooh.
embarrassed or whatever. So I think he can fix it.
Who?
The beef
Oh,
stew.
yeah.
He recognized that he was in great condition this morning, 10 o'clock. And he was going, I mean, pictures on the Instagram, he looked crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
condition-wise. Yeah. That Chinese guy, if you saw him when he was 212, he has one crazy peel, dry, separated dance. So if I would be his coach also, I would tell him to go into that look. And then he has a small waist and good abs, but many times he lets it go and breathes through it. When you have a super small waist and flat abs, then this crazy fullness that he has is going to pop even more. The quads is going to be such a discrepancy. Whoa, X frame. So he could be a factor if he's peeled.
I was going to say the similar thing that you just said about Kareth Bajo, because if Kareth is like a 200-pound 212 guy, if he makes the mistake of coming in at 207, 208, 210, whatever, it's not going to work out well.
Yeah.
He needs to be 200 or less, 199, 198, peeled inside out, and everyone will ask him, "What were you, 210? You look huge," But I don't know. I haven't spoken to him, but that would be my advice for him as well.
My advice would have been if he wants to do the open, which is fine, but why not do the damn 212 and the open at that show?
You can't. They don't allow it.
I know at the Olympia they don't, but hasn't anybody ever tried at a show like this? If it's a 2-day show,
I don't think so.
it's
No.
Friday 212 and a Saturday the open.
Well, the only time it did happen was at the southern USA, whatever it was, when Silvio Samuel won the 210 and the open in the same day.
Yeah,
And that was when they dropped the weight down to 202, because they're like 210 is way too big because they can win open shows.
Yeah.
And it's never happened again since then. And that was in like 2008.
Yeah. I remember when I think Sean Clarita tried to see if he can do the Olympia in both because he was qualified in both.
Yeah. I would have loved to see that.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, since we're at that point, I'd like to say you too can unlock your full potential with the cutting edge lineup from High Tech Pharmaceuticals. All you have to do is just follow them on IG and Facebook. Visit High Tech Pharma for a deep dive into their science-backed formulas that will power your performance, strength, and also bring you some of the best results.
Fuel your grind with the science of results. High-tech pharmaceuticals brings power, performance, and precision to every product. Elevate your fitness. Visit hightechpharma.com today. Backed by science. Built for strength.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think if you qualify for both, you could compete at both.
especially if it's 2 days.
Yeah. Even if it's not like amateur shows, you have a guy entering like 3 shows in the same day, from classic to 212 to
Bikini.
I mean, but Olympia is by qualification. If you earn a qualification, you should be on the stage.
Yeah, maybe
I
in the
agree.
future, maybe one day that's going to change. Who knows? Especially because we can literally say that we have 2 Mr. Olympias that came from the 212.
Right.
Yeah, for
And,
sure.
and I
There might be
predict,
another one coming.
I predict another one coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because actually, those guys these are dangerous people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys see? First, let me go back to I don't know if you guys watched the video with Derek and Bob.
Yeah, I heard the
Derek,
interview.
Derek somehow said that Nick can be, he should thank him for competing in the Pittsburgh Pros, so basically to give him a chance to create some hype for himself. That's
Yeah.
that's what it came across like.
Yeah.
And I think Nick kind of answered or something.
Yeah, they're going back and forth.
Yeah, I think this is legit. They legitimately don't like each other.
Yeah, well, I don't think they planned it. I think they're real. They're for real.
This is real, and I like it because it is real. I don't
Even
like that
more
fake
so.
shit where people say, "Oh, let's put on a show." Him and
Yeah, no, that's
him and
too,
Blessing. That was a bunch of bullshit.
yeah.
But no, this is legit. They don't like each other. There's nothing more that Nick. I don't think Nick cares if he wins the Olympia as long as he beats Derek.
I
Right?
think sure
And
he
I
does.
think the vice versa the same. I
hold
think
on.
Derek does not want Nick to beat him. Doesn't matter where.
But was Derek right about saying yes?
Somewhat,
If
yes.
he didn't show up there and it was just Nick, he wouldn't get
No.
so much hype. But almost beating him,
Somewhat, he's right because that did create more hype and more, for Nick because it was controversial and it was close and yeah, I mean if Derek wouldn't have been in that show, he would have won that show and then that would have been the end of it. But now we got to see him standing next to Derek, who just beat the Mr. Olympia. Of course, that create all the hype in the world for the Olympia. But would that been something that I would have said after the show? Probably not.
I think it was the greatest thing to happen to Nick so
Mm.
far in his career. Because Mr. Olympia, he just, for all intents and purposes, just beat him. Everyone thought he beat him. I didn't pick Nick, but
I know.
it was damn close. And Nick made a damn good argument.
Mm.
And now going into the Olympia, he should be every bit as confident as he is.
Right.
And he lost out on 100 grand,
140.
140 grand.
140 Milos?
I don't remember what was first place.
I think the total prize money was 110. I think it was 140.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, 140 for the win.
Yeah, that hurts. But hey, he can go win 600 or where at the Olympia
Or who knows what's
or
going to
more. Right?
By the way, you're going to be at the Olympia, right, Jose?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're going to do a live podcast Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
Right at the
Okay.
expo.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, going into the Olympia, Jose, who do you see winning? That's early predictions.
Well, we're not that early no more. We're less than 12 weeks out.
Yeah, 9.
Yep.
Um,
Look at Milos' face. Milos,
I thought it was 10. I thought it was 10, 9.
it was
Holy
10 on Saturday.
I'm
Right.
still on the Derek train. He's motivated. He's got this thing in his heart to win the Arnold, Pittsburgh, and the Olympia in the same year. He's in the peak of his career right now, and I think he's still getting better if he does the right things. Nick is obviously getting better. Samson, he's unbelievable. But I don't know if he's getting better I don't know how old he is. Is he
38 or
39, 40?
38, 39, somewhere there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I-
Keenan
I-
was 38 now. It's the 20 years ago.
Yeah.
38 is not old no more for a body.
No, exactly.
No, but
There are many years that
Does he have to get better? He needs to get harder. That's it.
he definitely has to get better because last year wasn't good enough to beat a 5'5" guy.
What last year he won the Olympia
That's what I meant at the
at the Arnold,
Arnold.
but his condition was off. That's
Right.
what I think, and this is why Samson for me is the favorite. First of all, he is Mr. Olympia, and if he finally, he knows what he has to do. He knows. He's probably hearing it for years from every angle. People tell him you have all the size in the world now. His back, everything is there. If he nails the condition, he wins the Olympia in my eyes.
But Jose, if Hadi nails the condition, like crazy condition,
He wins.
can Derek beat him?
No. No, I think Hadi is the most complete bodybuilder in the world right now. Like
So what are the chances of Hadi being off?
Well, I don't think that he was off last year. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. What are the chances of Hadi coming in off? I think Hadi is the most rested,
Mhm.
most prepared for this year's Olympia. I think he had nothing on his mind and his body is rested and he looks great now.
we
looked
covered this earlier about Emir. You know, Amir wasn't way off. He was just off from what we're
Yeah.
used to seeing of him. When Hadi's off from what we're used to seeing of him, he leaves a little crack in the door open for people to come in. And I think when he's 100%, as great as Derek's lats are, I like Hadi's lat spread better. You know, I like his front lat spread better.
Mhm.
You know, he's got quads. He's got everything. Hadi's
Okay,
got
so
everything.
okay. So now see, but now 3 minutes ago you said you think Derek is winning the Olympia. Now you're saying he can't beat Hardy if Hardy is on. You like this and this better. If you had to choose one now, who's winning the Olympia?
The reason I choose Derek is because it's a safer bet because I'm not sure Hadi's going to be at the Olympia.
Okay, well, you
Like,
open the
ask me
door. You
who
open
my
the door to get
favorite,
out.
who's my favorite open bodybuilder? Hadi.
Okay, let's say Hardy gets in. Let's say Hardy is arriving tomorrow in San Jose.
And he's at his all-time best.
I think he will. I think Hardy will surprise us just like he surprised us.
And Derek is at his all-time best.
Yeah, all-time best was at the for me. Derek all-time best was the Arnold. Can
Yes.
can he
Yeah.
get better than that?
So
In the
do you
same year?
remember when Hadi won the Arnold last year?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Those two, Hadi and Derek's Arnold,
Hardy wins.
Hadi wins.
Yeah.
So that's my answer.
Yeah, that's fine. But Jose,
So Hardy at his best, Derek at his best. Hardy wins.
yeah,
That's my answer.
here it is. Here it is. Hadi nailed pretty much every time. What would you say was his condition-wise the most off?
When he won the first time.
I
Yeah.
was gonna make that the comment.
Yeah.
When when he was peeled dry as a desert and everything, he doesn't win. He comes a
Yeah.
little bit off and he wins the Olympia. So going into this Olympia, maybe they were doing the same thing. He doesn't need to go all the way down, but I think he needs to go all the way down to the desert dry.
I do too.
If he brings with the size that he has now, can you imagine he brings the condition he had in career?
Yeah.
Oh, forget it. No, that's why he's my favorite. He's my favorite open bodybuilder
Hmm.
because he's got legs, and, you know, great quad sweep, great separation, attention to detail like no one else. You know, when I see him hit a quarter turn, nobody hits a quarter turn like him with the detail and the abs and the serratus and just everything. He's so intense. He doesn't miss a beat. You can tell with his training, with his cardio, with his diet. You can't get to Hadi mentally.
Yeah,
He just does his work like a robot.
yeah. And you
Jose,
see the last
got 3
video?
legs.
You see the last video? His chest is already fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the pec striations.
Yeah.
Crazy.
One thing about Hadi, right? He has a super shredded, but
Yeah.
he kind of gets flattish by the contest, right?
But
And
at
now he has
least,
that.
I know, Milos, but at least it's striated.
Oh,
It's nothing worse than being flat and have nothing there.
I know.
He can afford to be flat there. You know?
Okay. Question for both of you: rate top 3 legs in IBB or Olympia. Top 3 legs.
Top 3 legs. I'm gonna go with Hadi is in the top 3.
Yeah.
I gotta go
Samson.
with Samson and Martin.
Okay.
Yeah.
You found one. Okay. So Martin, who else?
What'd you say? Sombati?
No, if it's not Martin, who else would be?
If it's not Martin,
Because
let me
there's
go-
not good legs.
Huh?
You don't have a good legs.
Oh,
Hey.
is that what you want me to say? We don't have nobody with good legs?
Well, I wanted you to think hard. Who? Okay, take Martin out, and then think who else?
Okay. Emerson, Hadi. Good legs.
Oh, Hunter.
Hadi, but he's not competing. Yeah, I do.
Hakeem. Hakeem.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
Hakeem.
Keem
Hakeem got
got
good legs.
great legs.
yeah.
Who did you have?
No, now you see Jordan is coming. You know, this is what I love about Jordan. Those legs are complete, front,
Yeah.
back, side. But I just don't know. You know how Chris and I go over
Just
squats,
remember
and
one thing.
squats.
But
But
Milos, just remember one thing. You can shine on the stage in Tampa. It's going to be a different look when you stand next to the heavy hitters.
yeah, but
Oh,
legs,
yeah.
legs. You could see I mean, Jordan covered his upper body, just take legs, project on the stage. He has it all.
Yeah, not just quads. I mean, overall. I mean, it's
Yeah.
shining on Tampa doesn't mean you're going to shine at the Olympia, but he's a great addition, and he's one of the guys that I am excited to see because he brings the condition that we want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's very balanced. He's got a great midsection, great abs, block abs, which is great to see.
How are his arms?
That's his only weakness.
Hmm.
He's got good triceps, but his biceps are short or flat.
Derek won the Olympia with less than stellar biceps, so
Yeah. You know, it's possible.
yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want to dig the hole, but if you analyze each guy and then say how many stellar body parts they have.
Okay, different
No,
question.
I don't. Yeah, I don't want to go there because I'm going to be a hater.
No. Different question. Who has the worst biceps in the Mr. Olympia today?
That is not going to this
Good
war.
question for you and Milos.
Worst bicep. Oh,
Not arms. I'm talking worst biceps.
possibly Derek.
You said
I
it,
mean-
not me. You said it, not me.
I mean, I hate to say it. I love Derek, but that's honestly his only weakness. His legs aren't as bad as his arms,
Milos,
and people beat him for his legs. You know, his
Who's-
quads have come a long way, and I think if he stays full, and the way Chris and him work together, he was able to manage to do that to keep his legs nice and full and detailed. But the arms, there's nothing you can do about it. I don't know. You've seen that video that's floating around them comparing Ronnie Coleman's arm to Derek's?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's unexplainable, and I don't know what that is. If it's just it's a weakness. I don't think he's shooting his arms. I don't think it's that, because when he was 212, I was competing with him. His arms looked the same. They just didn't have a peak to him. There was nothing there. You know?
Yes, it could be genetics. I'm not saying.
Right. It's just
Well,
that's his weakness.
But Jose, okay, you were natural
Who has
forever.
who has the worst abs?
Abs?
Who has the worst abs in the top 10 in the Olympia?
Oh, you trying to do that? I know what you're doing.
No.
I know exactly what you're doing. He's gonna make me be the fall guy.
I'm just creating content here just to have a little fun, man. Come on, guy.
No.
I say this though, and I say this, and this is the honest truth. Sometimes it's good that you just judge a complete overall physique.
That's the only way to
start breaking people down, you're going to realize there's certain things that, how is that even possible? So that's my only thing. So I don't want to shit on nobody. I mean, for me, Derek, the way he looked at the Arnold is fighting for the Olympia title this year. I don't care who else shows up. He's fighting for the Olympia. If he has the best biceps or the worst biceps, it doesn't fucking matter, because he has things that some of these guys don't have. But he has to be in the best condition of his life. And unfortunately, I don't believe that this will be possible. I think that it's not going to happen. I thought that it would be easier for him to repeat in Pittsburgh than at the Olympia. for whatever reason. Maybe it's possible. Maybe they can pull it off. I really wish they can, because if not, it can go even worse than it was last year for him this year.
Yeah, that's potential. It's
Anything's
peak three
possible.
times a year. It's hard to peak 3 times a year.
Yes, it's
And
hard.
especially he never did it. So you don't know if your body's going to respond. And then sometimes you do everything right and it's just not responding. But talking about injections and all this stuff, look, Jose, I mean, you were drug free forever. And then when you start shooting, I'm sure you shoot it maybe in the ass and the shoulders. You probably didn't have a reason to shoot anywhere else. Now, I had a weaker arms, right? So you hear those, oh, like, why don't I try? So I tried biceps, triceps, all that shit. I know, Dennis, you did a triceps, right? And it worked. On a,
But it was only because I didn't want to put it in my ass. And
yeah, okay.
I did my Winstrol in the triceps with the insulin syringe.
And look crazy, crazy outer fucking triceps. But what I'm saying is, so a lot of guys with the weaker legs, they start shooting quads. But there's so many nerves there and so many possibilities to get the abscess, but people are tempted, so they shoot everywhere.
Yeah.
So
But if you shoot that fucking much like these guys, there's literally, I would say 60, 70% of they shoot something every day.
yeah,
And,
Especially-
I think that you eventually get to the point where you don't even fucking know where to put it because everything's sore.
yeah, it happens.
At the end of my career, I started putting in my lats and my rear delts.
Hmm.
And I had my wife do it at the time. And it was perfect because I had never hit that area. So there was no scar tissue there. And it worked out fine. And I was able to do shots 3 times a week. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it's old-fashioned way. Nowadays, it's every day. We did a
That's
lot.
crazy to me.
I had so much scar tissue in my ass that when you stick it, it's just like
A needle bent. Yeah.
yeah, that was like, oh man.
I did the same. I did my lats the last 10 years of my career is only my lats. I don't put nothing anywhere else. In no glutes, nothing. Just lats. And then sometimes the Winstrol, when I took the Winstrol, because MILOS wanted me to take Winstrol, that shit hurt me like a motherfucker.
That was
Yep.
great. Zambons, those were
Yeah,
great.
And
I only tried that a few times
triceps.
and it was too painful.
Huh?
It was way too painful.
Yeah,
It
but
was
you didn't have a
terrible. Listen,
Zambon.
I think if I would have done what Milos asked me to do, if I wouldn't have done every shot, I probably would have fucking quit.
Yeah.
I had to come to his room to make sure because I knew. When you ask Dennis, I said, "Do you do it?" And then he looks, he looks to the left. That's usually a sign lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do it myself anyway. Somebody will have to put it in my lats. I don't do it.
Yep.
So
I can't
that's-
reach. My arms are too short.
Yeah.
But another thing that I wanted to touch the subject with both of you. So guys are ready, like beef stew, for example, right? He was ready. But then there's always that, oh, can I get even a little bit more drier? There's always,
It brings back bad memories.
yeah, can we get a little bit more, a little bit more? And that's what many guys fuck it up, because you're looking, yes, I'm good, I'm full and all this shit. I can be a little drier. And then,
But and this is why people always post the pictures the morning of the show. We all know that when you wake up in the morning, first out of bed, you are the driest. Your stomach is flat. You have no problem controlling the stomach. But that's not what we're going to see on stage because you've been on your legs, you've been walking around for a while. So
Yeah.
I don't really judge by pictures anymore because these pictures with the indirect sunlight, it's gonna look crazy. Even the best example, that kid from Turkey.
oh yeah,
Remember these pictures they posted
Yeah.
in his room? Oh, that shit looked like, and it was peeled, but that wasn't what we saw on stage because
Yeah.
the color comes on, you know what I mean? The oil comes on, and then if the light's not 100%, the best thing would be turn off the light, you know what I mean? Just give him a spot and no oil if you want to see him look dry. That's the only way it works.
I wish they would allow white as a ghost on the stage. Who cares about the color?
The problem is if you put oil on your body and the lights and you're not dark, you're going to look like a flashlight. You can't see shit.
Translucent.
Yeah, I know, but that coloring takes away a little bit of your condition always. Yeah.
Evan Senapati used to say that. He wished he could go on stage with no color.
I mean, so everybody should go tanning, get the
Yeah.
base color, don't be white as a ghost. We
Yeah,
used
poor
to,
Dennis Wolf.
but yeah, Dennis was like,
French.
He was
Dennis was
pink.
like albino,
Yeah.
But think about it. Yeah, I mean,
fluorescent.
think about Protan made a huge business out of that. No,
Oh, yeah.
it's not mandatory, but you don't want to be the white one on stage. So
No.
everybody tans. That's how you start a business.
Yeah.
Since 1987.
It works.
Can you imagine if nobody would tan and everybody could just you save a lot of money.
I mean, let me tell you, my
I'll wear some fucking Victoria's Secret bikinis instead of all this $1,000 damn suits.
Yeah.
87 Mr. Universe. You think I had money? Do you think I knew about the pro tan shit? I was standing in Arizona sun.
Yeah, but we still remember the time where
Iodine.
we remember the time where you had to buy the bottle and just tan yourself. There was no spray tan and nothing like that.
Hell
You
yeah.
remember you go to the shows and then you have to call one of your other competitors and come here, can you do the back for me?
That was
I did it my entire career.
Yeah.
yeah.
I never competed with spray tan unless it was overseas and it was an emergency.
Me too. I mostly had Carla come to the room and
Exactly.
put it on my hand.
Carla would come to my room at the Olympia. Yeah. She's the best.
Yeah. She finished me in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah. If you know what you're doing, you can get it done quick.
Shout out to Carla Scolati.
Yep.
Well, she probably 10, like I would say the top 10 at the Olympia for sure. By hand in their room. She would run from room to room and get you in real quick.
And she
she'll
loved
come
every
back-
minute
she'll
of
come
it.
back the next day and just do it all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loved her.
Some of them people don't get enough love, man, because there's a lot going on behind the scenes that the fans don't even know. There's a
Oh,
lot.
I've been friends with Carla for over 25 years.
Yeah.
We used to compete in the universe together, the Team Universe in New York.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, before we
ask-
finish, I want to just get one name from above you. Who's going to win the Olympia 2025? No explanation. Just give me a name.
Hadi.
Yeah.
Okay. Jose, you got Hadi.
I would also go Hadi because I think he's bringing something special. Even though I'm a Samson fan, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna go with Derek. No. I'm gonna say I believe that Samson is gonna nail the condition this time.
I hope so.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Maybe not 100%, but he's gonna be 5% better than he was ever. I think so.
I would love it.
And I think that maybe this time his skin won't dry out the oil and he comes in with a little shine to it to make it look, a little better. So that's what I see right now. But we got 10 weeks. We're gonna have a lot of predictions before we get to that weekend. So things
Well,
will
hopefully we start seeing some updates.
yeah.
Okay. Because Dennis was going to make that point. I'm going to make it also. You're a 212 competitor. Do you know any 212 guy going into the Texas show?
Going into the Texas show? Yes.
Oh.
The kid who won nationals as a welterweight, middleweight from Boston. His name's Tawfiq Muhammad.
Okay, so okay.
He's an absolute freak. He's only like 5'2", 185 pounds. But wait till you see this kid. Wait till you see pictures of him.
Okay.
His legs, his waist is like 24 inches. But I don't know that he can beat the kid that just won Tampa, who's also doing Texas again. The top three from Tampa are going to Texas as well. So it's going to be a very competitive show.
Yeah. I don't even know who you're talking about right now. I feel stupid.
Me too. But, I'm gonna check it out.
Oh, you don't know him
Is the
either?
pictures?
You
Yeah.
don't know the guy?
No. But if Jose praised him that much, oh my God.
You know what he looks like? A slightly bigger Mark Dugdale. Do you remember Dugdale?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
of
The
course.
cap shoulders, pecs, really good quads. He's
Yeah.
not a giant guy, but he's really well put together and separated. Great
Yeah.
detail.
Whatever happened to him?
Mark owns a business, a hugely successful family business.
Yeah,
Up in-
he was a family man with his 3 daughters and everything.
Yep. I talked to him the other day via text, and he's a great guy. He's a happy, great
If
guy.
you talk to him, don't you reach out to him and see if he wants to come on the podcast in 2 weeks.
I will.
You know, it would be nice to talk to him to see what he's up to.
Yeah, he's a great dude. He's got an interesting story.
Yeah, awesome. We got
Yeah.
Jordan next week.
All right.
Awesome.
I was hoping to get him today, but I messaged him a little too late. So
Will you have a next week?
Jordan,
Jordan?
yeah.
That'll
All
be
right,
great.
guys. I appreciate you all. Thanks for the time. Tell the gas team I said what's up, man, to everybody.
Thank you very much.
And Milos, I'll see you guys. Y'all, peace out.
All right. See you guys.